Okay, here's a sign of a good cigar. The ashes are holding very evenly. But one thing that I noticed, I just lit this cigar less than 10 minutes ago. It has burned through pretty quickly, so I don't think this is going to be, it'll be maybe a half an hour cigar. But usually they last an hour. Let me flick it. I don't want it to fall on me. So last night I was watching a series, and all of a sudden, about 7 o'clock or so, I got a text from a guy that I sold one of the puppies. He's an Iranian guy. I called him the Dreamer. This guy is very good people, very good people. And he texts me, wondering. This is after 12 years, wondering how we're doing, da da da. If I still hunt and fish. And then we started talking about the puppies. And he says that he was giving me thanks for me selling him the puppy that I sold him, that he called her Parsi. It turned out to be a great dog. He trained her to hunt. He sent me pictures of him hunting chukar and grouse and that kind of thing. And he told me that last year he lost her, passed away. And he still feels he's not over it yet. And I text back and I said, we also lost Bear Paw last year in April. And I'm still not completely over it because she was very special, very intelligent, very, very intelligent. And I remember that when they came down to look at the puppies, he looked at Bear Paw, but I already had Bear Paw inside the house with Papa, and they were out by the sliding door looking out. And he said, because he's seen videos, and he says, I wanted to get her. And I said, well, we're keeping her. We had others. And he said that he really liked her. And I said, well, the thing is that I said, I didn't choose her. She chose me. And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, well, I took a lot of pictures of the pups when they were in their box with the mother and when they were laying around. And every time I would pass by, she would keep an eye on me. She was the only one that kept looking at me. And it's funny because she was always looking at me, always watching me, always keeping an eye on me. Wherever I was, in the den or outside in the patio, she was always, and she turned out to be the runt of the litter. She was the skinniest, she wasn't, but she turned out to be the fastest, the sharpest, the most intelligent dog, that I've had. And she would run like a gazelle. You see that dog go through the fields, and she would just fly. When I was taking her to get training with a trainer out in the desert, he told me, the trainer said, man, that bitch can run. And I'm going, yeah, she can win races. And she was always at my side, always at my side. She would sit, when I would be sitting here, smoking a cigar, she would sit right next to me or in front of me. And then Papa would sit a little further. But she was always very near. And she would come over and sit on two legs, and I would hug her and talk to her and give her little kisses. And she was very loving. And this guy, he invited us one time for a barbecue, and he lives far. He lives in Encino somewhere. We went over there and we took the dogs, and they spent the day running. They have so much energy, and I would take my wing on the rod and I would just toss it, and all three of them would lock and point. And he would get a kick out of it. He says, "Man," and I said, "I told you they have the instinct. They have the breed." And even now, even though Papa's already 13, and he still points. It could be a squirrel, it could be a bird. He still points. And little Bear Paw, she would point, but she would raise her little paw and just lock on. And I miss her so much. And he told me that he misses Parsi so much. And he sent me a picture when she was an adult, and she looked identical to the mother. Identical to the mother. So I don't think he's gonna get another dog either. It kind of hurts too much. It really hurts too much. And so this guy still hunts. He says he went dove hunting. I didn't go this season because it was too freaking hot, and nobody else could. I didn't call anybody else to go. I didn't feel like going either, so I didn't go hunting for doves. And to be honest, I see them landing on my yard, eating the seeds or going to the pond to the fountain to drink and stuff. And I just feel pity to kill those beautiful birds just for what? A little piece of meat on the chest. There's nothing else. They have really tiny legs and wings, and there's no meat there. So why shoot a beautiful bird that is small? And for you to get any decent meal out of it, you gotta kill 20 or 30. And where I go, you don't get that amount of birds. It's pretty hard to get that many. So if you kill, say you kill 5, 6 if you're lucky, that's still not enough to constitute a reason of shooting such a beautiful aviary. So I decided not to go, and I don't know if I'm gonna go again. But I was surprised that this guy, after 12 years, actually 13 years, he reached out and he still kept my number. So I told him that I was getting my boat ready. He didn't know how to boat. And I said, I take people out, I take friends out, and you're welcome to come and bring some friends. And I said, when the boat's ready, I'll call you and we'll get together. He's already retired, so he's got time to go enjoy life while you can do it. Because once you start declining in health and everything, then it's downhill from there, and be able to do much, So let's do it while we can. But yeah, I was surprised that this guy showed up all of a sudden. So we'll get together in a group, do some fishing or cruising, So I have a possible hunting partner that he's new. He's a young guy that just came from the old country. He doesn't speak English, but when he heard me talking with my friend about hunting and fishing and stuff, he kind of he said he liked the idea and da-da-da. So he's got a job in a warehouse, and I'm going to talk to him to say, well, listen, I usually leave on a Thursday. I can, if you want to go, you're welcome to come, but I cannot pay for your day. If you want to lose a day, you want to, leave Thursday night or in the afternoon, and then you're gonna lose Friday and possibly Saturday if you work on Saturdays. But I'm not gonna ask him for any gas money or anything. But I'm not gonna pay for his day, so he's welcome to come. And if he does, it'll be a new experience for him because he's never done anything like it. He's never done anything like hunting and fishing. He's never even shot a gun. Uh, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to go to the range and shoot, but I could take him also. And imagine when he's only been here 7 months. Um, he's in his 20s, and he's living with his mom and I think another uh, cousin or something. So I'm gonna talk to him and see if he wants to go because it's kind of boring going by myself, you know. So if he comes, at least I'll have some company. We can talk and I can teach him things, you know, show him how to shoot at the range. And if he wants to get into the sport, once he gets his license, because he doesn't drive either. Once he gets his license and he can get learn his English, then he can participate in the sport. I'm gonna give him all the advice I can and show him all the tricks. You know how to track, how to read the tracks and look for signs, and how to walk in the forest, that kind of thing. And I rather like the idea because I want to pass down my knowledge to a younger generation, because my nephews, they're not into that. I got two cousins. One is a sergeant in the police. The other one is a broker. And then I got another nephew. He's got his own business. And my other cousin that used to hang with me, he went to Texas. So everybody's kind of involved with their lives. Everybody got kids and stuff. And this sport is not cheap. It's expensive. So if this guy wants to learn the sport, I'll teach him and see how it goes. I've been doing some things in the yard, and I got some projects coming up that I also talked to him about it. And I say, hey, I got some work that I can pay you, and you help me with the projects at home. I'm gonna install a couple of windows to finish. I did all the windows except two, and then I was thinking of replacing those big ones, but those are expensive. Those big 8-footers, they're expensive as hell. So I'm gonna put that off. But I got two. I got the office and one bedroom to finish, and he can help me do that. Then I got a couple of cement area that I want to lay down, put some slabs, and I'm gonna rent a mixer. So I'm gonna give him some money. I'm gonna make some money. Okay, there's too much traffic over here. I'm gonna kick back for a little bit here with Papa, and I'm gonna do some watering. And the grass is getting really burnt. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.